Okay, now that you guys know that I am back, I thought I would do a video that included what happened during my first, second and third trimester and fourth trimester / postpartum, whatever you want to call it. So I found out that I was pregnant around Christmas time. I was not expecting it. I was excited and nervous like every mother is. So during my first trimester, I had just found out I was pregnant and I got COVID. I was bedridden for 2 weeks. I could hardly move. It was the worst experience of my life, especially being pregnant as well. And then I actually tried to go back to work. So I tried to go back to work at a childcare facility, and I really enjoyed it, but being away from Lorena for that many hours a day was breaking my heart, and I only lasted a week, and it just sucked because the work ethic and the people that I worked with were so sweet, and they said that they really liked me, but it was me. It was breaking my heart that I would have to bring her to childcare and someone else would be paid to look after her while I work, and I work with other kids that aren't her, and I think I would be earning less as well because of how expensive childcare is and how little I was earning for that degree / job description. So I made the choice to speak up, which is not what I tend to do a lot. But I spoke up about it and I told them that I was not ready, and that was that. I got a week's pay and I went back to being a stay-at-home mum. And right after that, I got a vomiting bug, which lasted, I think it was like 72 hours, 3 days, whatever. That was terrifying because I hate throwing up, and it was like, there was so much pain. I don't want to get into it because I feel like that's TMI. This has been 100% harder, so much harder than my first pregnancy. I mean, obviously because I've already got a baby and like I'm like constantly getting up and around her, but it was just, I felt like I couldn't be sick, or I felt like I wasn't good enough of a mum because I was so sick all the time. My morning sickness was pretty bad as well. I think I ate an apple or something and I took like one bite and then I just felt like dizzy, and then I just went outside and I couldn't keep it down. I didn't know what was going on, and then I realized like it's probably morning sickness. Anyway, yeah, so morning sickness was really bad. I kept getting sick. It was just the worst experience. Also, there's this thing where I would make dinner one night, I would eat it, it would be delicious, and then the next day I would try and eat the leftovers, and it was terrible. Like I was completely off the flavor, and I'd have to make something else, or I'd just have plain crackers, which was really annoying because I tend to overcompensate on the meal portions. So we had a lot of leftovers and a lot of food was actually the other thing that I had to deal with being in the first trimester is that I could not have meat, and especially chicken and pork. Those were the worst smells and tastes that I remember. Uncooked meat was like off the charts, and when I would walk past my parents' place, I could smell the chicken cooking, and it smelled so bad. And they cook, like, they home cook all the time, so the smell was always wafting. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Yeah, I couldn't eat red meats and pork for my first trimester, and chicken I couldn't eat for even longer. So yeah, that is my first trimester. Things that helped me through my first trimester, the first thing would definitely be ginger chews. I am not sure where to get them from. I got them from, I think it was like Chemist Works or something, from Stocklands, and I have tried to see if Chemist Warehouse has them and Priceline. I haven't found them, but maybe they're online. I don't know. I might be able to link it down below. But the other thing was Hydrolite. During my bug, I couldn't even keep down water. That was actually a trigger for it. So Hydrolite really helped, and during COVID as well. My go-to foods were crackers, plain crackers. I can't remember if I had any cravings. I don't think I had any cravings. That came later in the second trimester, but other than that, the first trimester will end, I promise. It is the worst. It's probably the worst trimester, unless you don't know you're pregnant. Then I guess it's pretty easy, because then you don't notice anything. That's pretty much what I've got for the first trimester. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Bye. Good. Goodbye.